have discussed if you have given two simultaneous equations how to solve. By we have discussed there are four methods and we already discussed the three methods. What are those methods? Which is the cancellation method, substitution method, and the last one we have discussed addition and the subtraction method. And now we are going to see about the graphical method. Before going to the graphical method, let us learn what is meant by the graph and what is there in the coordinate axis and what we call, and these are going to learn in this session now. Now here the next one, which is the graphical method. So here before going to learn about the graphical method, let us know the coordinate axis. What is meant by the coordinate axis? Now here draw here one line and you know that in the middle 0 will be there. So write it here 0, and to the right of the 0 you will have the positive numbers. So write it here the positive numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And to the left of the 0 you will have negative numbers. So write it here -1, -2, and extending this line -3, like that. So here this is nothing but the horizontal line we have drawn it here on the plane. So we have in a plane, you know that this is one plane, right? And in a plane we have drawn one line and we have marked the positive numbers, negative numbers, and the 0. That means we have represented the integer line. So here this horizontal line in a coordinate plane, we call this one as x-axis. So write it here x. And after that here you need to draw one vertical line. How to draw the vertical line here? Such that these two lines should be the perpendicular line. So here at point O you need to draw here one line perpendicular to the x-axis. We call this one as x-axis, just now we have told. So here this is O. To the above O you need to write the positive numbers. So write it here 1, 2, 3, and it goes on like this. Similarly here below 0 you will get here the negative numbers. So write it here -1, -2, -3, and so on. So here this vertical line on a plane, what we have drawn, we call this one as the y-axis. And this x-axis, it is having the other name, we call it as an axis. What we call this x-axis as axis, and there is the other name for the y-axis, we call that one as the ordinate. Right? And this x-axis and the y-axis are intersecting at one point. What is that point? Which is at the point 0. These two are intersecting. That point, that intersection point, we call it as an origin. So this is about the representation of the coordinate axis on a plane. So what we need to do, first you need to draw the horizontal line, and after that you need to draw the vertical line, and these two lines are intersecting at this point that we call it as an origin, and you know that here it is 90 degrees and here it is 90 degrees because we have drawn here the perpendicular line. Now here you can observe that this coordinate plane divided this coordinate axis into 4 regions, right? Here it is divided into 4 parts, right? First part, second part, third part, and the fourth part. So each part we call it as an quadrant. So this is Q1, which is nothing but quadrant 1, and this is Q2, quadrant 2, this is Q3, quadrant 3, and this is Q4, which is the quadrant 4. So what we call this one as quadrant. That means quadrant is nothing but 4 parts. So we have divided this coordinate plane into the 4 parts, coordinate axes into the 4 parts, which is nothing but Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Now here right? And after that you need to check in the y-axis where is 3 located. So here this is the y-axis and you know that this is 3. Now you need to check where these two points are intersecting. That point is nothing but 2, 3. Right here this is 2 and you know that this is 3. And if you go like this and if you go like this and this is point is intersecting at this point, that will be the point 2, 3. Like this you need to locate the points on the coordinate axis. Let us see here, if you want to represent -2, let us see -2, take here 1. Let us represent this one. So here, first what we have represented 2, 3. Now let us see, take one point and each quadrant. So we have located one point on quadrant 1. Let us locate one more point on quadrant 2. Let us see, take this point which is -2, 1. So here you need to check what is the point on x-axis. What is the point on x-axis which is -2. So you need to go to the point -2 on the x-axis, right? And after that, what is the point on y which is 1? So here where is 1? This is 1. Where these two points are intersecting. So go like this. And here also if you go like this, it is intersecting at this point. This is nothing but -2, 1. Right. Let us locate one more point which is, take here -3, -2. If you want to locate this point, now again what is the x-axis point which is -3 and what is the y-axis point which is -2. Now going here in the x-axis where is -3, this is -3. And on the y-axis where is -2, this is -2. Right? Now where these two points are intersecting, you can observe that if you go like this, these two points will intersect at this point. This is nothing but -3, -2. Now let us take one more point here. Take here 2, -1. Consider this point. So here now you need to check what is the point on the x-axis. What is the point on the x-axis which is 2. So here go at 2. And what is the point on the y-axis which is -1. Now you know that this is the y-axis. In this here the -1 is located below 0. So here this is -1 and this is 2. So where it is located intersecting at this point, this will be 2, -1. So here we have learned how to mark the points on a coordinate axis. So here this is nothing but the coordinate axis, and this the horizontal line we call it as an x-axis and the vertical line we call it as an y-axis, and these two axes are intersecting at one point that we call it as an origin, and here the angle is 90 degrees because these two lines are perpendicular. And after that this coordinate axis divided into the 4 parts, which is the quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Now here what is there in the coordinate 1? In the quadrant 1 you can observe that in the quadrant 1 the x coordinates and the y coordinates are always positive. That's why I have represented one point here in the coordinate plane to know that one. In the quadrant 1 the x-axis is always positive and the y-axis is also always positive, right? Because here you can observe that if you take this quadrant 1, here the x coordinates are positive and the y coordinates are also positive. Similarly here, if you take the quadrant 2, the x coordinates are negative, right? And the y coordinates are positive. And if you go for the quadrant 3, the x coordinates are negative and the y coordinates is also negative. So here the x coordinates are negative and the y coordinates are also negative. And if you go for the quadrant 4, the x coordinates are positive and the y coordinates are negative. So here you will get here positive and negative. Like that it will be there in these 4 quadrants. Suppose if you have given here, let us consider here 2, -3. If you have given 2, -3, directly you can say the quadrant 4, because here you can observe that the x-axis is x-coordinate is positive and the y-coordinate is negative. So you can say that this point is definitely will be located in the quadrant 4. Like that you can check it. Now this is about these quadrants. Now here you can see your textbook. In page number 7, you can observe that the same thing they have given here. You can read that one. So what they are saying here, how to plot the points. Just now we have said how to plot these points, and after that what are the quadrants, and in each quadrants what is the x coordinate and the y coordinate, whether they are the positive or negative, and they have given all these things. You can read this one. Now see here, they have, if you see the example one, they have told how to plot the points on the coordinate plane. That also I have explained here. By taking each point on each quadrant, we have learned how to plot the points on the coordinate plane. And after that here, let us consider an example. Suppose here, if you want to plot the points -2, -2, -1, -2, and 0, -2, and 1, -2, 2, -2. If you want to plot these points, and again if you want to plot these points also, which is -4, 3, -4, 2, and after that -4, 1, -4, 0. Suppose if you want to plot these points on a coordinate plane, let us plot, and after that we get one conclusion based on these points. So here, if you see that if you want to plot all these points in only one coordinate axis, how to plot it here? You can observe that here. The y coordinates are same here. Here -2, here -2, here -2, and here -2, and here -2. Suppose if you have given the points such that the y coordinates are same, how to get the graph? Let us see. And after that, here you can observe that in the second point, the x coordinates are same. Here -4, -4, -4, -4. If the x coordinates are same, how to get the graph? And if the y coordinates are same, how to get the graph? So by drawing the graph, we will get some conclusion. So for that, how to draw the graph? Just now we have learned. First you need to draw the x-axis, and after that you need to draw here the y-axis. And this is the origin, and here the positive numbers will be there, and here the negative numbers will be there, right? And here the positive numbers, negative numbers. Right? And here the positive numbers 1, 2, 3. And mark this one as x, and this one is y. Now represent the first this one, which is -2, -2. Now you need to check where is -2 on the x-axis. This is -2, and where is -2 on the y-axis? This is -2. So where these two points are intersecting? At this point. So write it here -2, -2. Now take here -1, -2. So where is -1? This is -1, and where is -2 here? This is -2. So where do you get here? At this point you will get here -1, -2. Now you need to represent 0, -2. This is 0 and this is -2. This is nothing but 0, -2. So here you will get 0, -2. Similarly, for the next point 1, -2. This is 1, and again this is -2. Here you will get 1, -2. And after that 2, -2. This is 2, and where is -2? This one. So you need to take the intersection point. You will get here. So this is nothing but 2, -2. Now let us join these points such that you will get one line. So join this one. How you will get? You will get here one straight line. You can observe that. So here, if the from this what we can conclude here, if the y coordinates are same, you will get a line parallel to the x-axis. You can observe that this is no, you know that this is the x-axis, and here we are getting one parallel line such that these two lines are parallel. So why you are getting here? Because here the y coordinates are same. So here you can write here one conclusion such that if y coordinates are same, then the given points are parallel to x-axis, right? Because here the y coordinates are same. If you see the next points here, you can observe that the x coordinates are same. If the x coordinates are same, definitely you will get a line parallel to the y-axis. Let us check whether you are getting the line parallel to the y-axis or not. So here I am dropping this one. So let us mark these points. -4, 2. Where is -4 on the x-axis? So it is not there. I am extending here. -4, 3. Right? This is -4 and this is 3. So -4, 3. That means here 3 is there. So you will get here somewhere around here, right? So here write it here -4, 3. And after that here -4, 2. Again this is -4 and where is 2 here? This is 2. So and again you will get here somewhere here, right? -4, 2. And after that -4, 1. So this is -4 and this is 1. So again these two points will intersect at this point, which is -4, 1. And after that -4, 0. You can observe that here the x coordinate remains the same. The y coordinate is changing here. -4, 0. So here this is -4 and this is 0. So this is nothing but -4, 0. Now join these points. So after joining these points, you can observe that you got one line, and clearly you can observe that this line is parallel to the y-axis, right? This line and this line is parallel. So here, what we can conclude here from this example, if the y coordinates are same, if you have given some points, in all those points, if the y coordinates are same, you will get a line parallel to the x-axis. Similarly, if you have given some points such that if the x coordinates are same, you will get a line parallel to the y-axis. And this is about this one. Here you have given some more graphs. We will discuss those graphs in the next session.